Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well guys, I tell you what, we've had quite a few sort of firsts for brands on the channel recently, and this one is yet another one, and I tell you what, it is a pretty impressive one, for sure. This is the Ferramonster Aurora Rays. Now, I think it's pretty cool when these companies that have been OEMing knives for quite some time. I mean, Ferramonster's been an OEM, been doing OEM work since 2004. And in 2022, they kind of decided to branch out and do their own models, which, I mean, for me as a knife consumer, it just gives me more options. I really think it's cool when they branch out. Now, I tell you what, this knife has been very, very well put together. I am very impressed with the Aurora Rays. But we'll start out, like always, with our fit and finish, and it is very, very good. Even down to these, could maybe have just a little bit more. Now this, where the, this sort of sunburst pattern or sun ray pattern, the Aurora Ray pattern comes in. It's done pretty well. It's a little tacky, but not too bad. I've definitely seen stuff that's, well, definitely a little worse and maybe just a little better, but it's not too bad at all. Full titanium handle, titanium clip, titanium screws, spacers. I mean, this is done out very well. And you guys know I definitely dig this colorway. The black with sort of the bronze hardware. Definitely digging that. Now, like I said, you've got a tie back spacer. You do have a nice lanyard loop there, lanyard hole. Definitely, you've got the titanium pocket clip. It is right hand tip up carry only, so I'm sorry, lefties. But yes, everything has been done pretty darn well. Chamfered off very nicely. Like I said, the only spot where there may be just a little bit more touch is right here. It's been done pretty good, but maybe just a hair more. Other than that, it is very, very well done. Centered up absolutely nicely. No worries about that at all. So, it's a single method of opening, flipper. Detent is very solid. It's got a nice shake shut. There you go. There's the drop and the shake. Yeah, detent's done pretty well on this one. Like I said, nice drop. It actually stops right before it gets to my thumb, which I really like that. That doesn't always happen with a lot of these, knives that are done very well. But see that? Drops right there. Yeah. Frame lock, of course, you can see that. But man, fit and finish, yeah, very well. Now you've got a coated M390 blade. There you go, right there, M390. Now I'll tell you what, that blade absolutely glided through some cardboard. Holy cow. Like it wasn't even there. It was nice. 6 thread and 9 thread natural fiber rope did pretty well on. It did have a little bit of problem with the 21 thread. So it made it about 3/4 of the way through. So it did meet a little bit of resistance there. Edge probably not as toothy as it needed to be to go through that natural fiber rope, but 6 and 9 thread it did pretty darn well on. So let's do our quick spec check. Overall, we're going to get just a hair over 8 inches in this model. We're pushing almost 4 3/4 on the handle, probably more like 4 5/8. I'm getting a blade length of just shy of 3.5, and it's pretty much a full cutting edge. Right there. I mean, you do have a choil there that does come out pretty much to the plunge. No issues with smiles or anything like that. Lockup is very, very solid. It's going to be hard to see with that black on black, but it is very, very, very well locked up. Absolutely. Very nice. Okay. Back to this. Grip length, you're coming in at right about 4 inches. You do have a very prominent finger groove for your index finger. And then I have just a little bit left over for the grip, but a very good grip. No jimping on there, but you do have a very nice landing pad kind of on this harpoonish style blade. Does come down to a pretty wicked point. Yes, it does. But a pretty nice landing pad. If I just natural grip, I'm landing just pretty much right in that landing pad. So fits out pretty darn well. So quick size comparisons here. There it is up against the bug out. It's definitely going to be a longer knife than the bug out. And then the PM2 coming in pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah, pretty darn close on the blade. Obviously, we've got a little bit more cutting edge because you've got that little bit more belly, a little bit more cutting length on the Aurora Rays. And then the handles are really pretty close. Very close. Gonna get a weight on it. Now again, this is my first experience with Ferramonster. They've got, I think, 3 different models out right now. So we got 3.9 or 111 grams. Then of course, that milled tie clip goes in the pocket pretty nicely. Now it is a low profile clip, so it's kind of hard to get it to bottom out. I mean, you really got to kind of force it down there and I'm still not bottomed out. You guys know me, I like my deep carries, but it's not going anywhere. You saw how tight it was, but you don't have a lot of room underneath that clip. So as you can tell with that, and that's a single seam. Yeah, that's a single seam pocket. So kind of hard to bottom out. You guys know I do like my deep carry, but once you get it in the pocket, it's really, really not going anywhere. So overall, well, again, as I kind of always say, sample size of 1, but what I am seeing in my first experience with Ferramonster is I really, really hope they continue. I'd like to get my hands on a couple of their other models for sure to check out, or potentially, maybe see somebody else's Ferramonster, Aurora Rays, or whatever. If you have one of their models, I would love to hear what you think of the one you have, because this one is a very, very well done knife. Now, full titanium coated M390, they're not coming in cheap. This one's coming in at about $266. Love the colorway. I don't think there's anything too outlandish with that. I think it's probably priced in right about where it could be. Would I like to see it a little bit less? Of course. That always works out much better. But with the milling going on in the handle and everything, I can kind of see where we're at. Now let's see real quick. See if we have... Yeah, there are some pockets in there for weight reduction. Doesn't really want to focus on it. There we go. Yeah, so we do have some pockets for weight reduction. So, pretty nice overall. Yeah, I am very, very impressed with this knife. Now, like I said, they've been doing OEM since 2004. So, to me, they've proven they know what they're doing when they build a knife. Like I said, first experience, sample size of 1. I get it. It's pretty, that's why I'd like to see something else from them, just to kind of get a little bit of better idea. I can tell you I like what I see out of this one, but that's always like, even if I get a knife that's not the greatest, I want to see it as a first experience. That is not the case with this knife. I want to see more so I can make a better informed decision about the brand. Obviously, if this one wasn't up to par, what I consider up to par, right? I wouldn't condemn it until I saw more, wouldn't condemn the brand until I saw more from the brand, so I could make a better informed decision. But I'm telling you what, as far as first impressions go, yeah, Ferramonster made a very, very good first impression with the Aurora Rays. So huge thank you to Ferramonster for sending this one out. Absolutely thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.